How to Bhop in CS2. Starting off, what do we really need to successfully be able to Bhop in CS2? First of all, we really need a dsubtick config. I'll explain how to install this in a second, but with the introduction of CS2, we also got a new tick system called subtick, and on paper this should have made the game a lot more responsive and smooth, but this just fucks with b-hopping and consistency when it comes to hops. So the first thing we're gonna look onto is how to install a dsubtick config. So now we're going over to my Discord. It's linked in the description. Why do I want you to join my Discord? Very fast, very easy. Just to keep you updated. With CS2's lifespan, we've had multiple different dsubtick bhop configs that can technically break with every new update CS makes. So being in this Discord keeps you updated. Very easy. So now that this is out of the way, we simply go over to the movement config tab, go on my drive, take these two things and just download them. Now that we've downloaded the movement config and the folder, we simply go over to Steam. In our library, we press right click on CS2, manage, browse local files. After this, we go to game, csgo, cfg. Once we are in here, we go over to our downloads folder. You should have something looking like this. You drag this into here, press right click and press extract here. That's all you guys need to do. I won't do this as I already have my auto exec and the folder in here, but simply right click, extract here. Now with you having extracted this in here, your CFG folder should look something like this with the auto exec in here and the movement folder. If you want to go into the auto exec, you can add whatever command you want, as this is just a line of commands, a string of commands that is executed in the game. No, this is not bannable. I've gotten this question a lot on my TikTok comments, and no, a config cannot get you banned. Your favorite pro, your favorite streamer, or your favorite high elo friend probably all have some way of config to play CS2 with. Close this down, go right click, properties, and then press or type plus exec auto exec. This launches your config whenever CS2 starts. Now that we are on the practice server, let's go on bhopping. I'd say bhopping is two parts, one strafing and one hitting the timing of the bhop. For strafing, we simply in the air strafe into one side. So we simply run up. As soon as we hit max speed, you can see the speed by this command, it's in the description. If you look over to the velocity tab, we see our running speed is 250. If you now run at the corner, jump, we let go of W as soon as we jump and press one of our movement keys, D or A, if you want to go to whatever corner. So let's run up, press D around this, and you can see my speed hit 280, above the range from our running speed with the knife. This is really what we are looking for if we want to get faster bhops. After knowing now that we strafe to get speed, and this is really the most important thing in my opinion about bunny hopping, as if you are unable to strafe properly or your strafes aren't as perfectly in sync, you're not gonna benefit from bhopping that much, as bhopping in general is just hitting the right timing to do the jump, and the strafing is really what gets the bhop speed and everything else. The bhop just keeps your speed. A perfect bhop is when we hit the bhop and keep our speed. This is what we are looking for. I've gotten this question on my TikTok a lot of times where people tell me, hey, I hit bhops like you, but I'm not really getting the speed like you. Well, you're not hitting any bhop, you're just hitting normal jumps without timings. So again, if you want to hit perfect bhops, I'd suggest first of all learning how to strafe. You can honestly train on any map, as strafing helps you in a lot of situations. You see pro players strafe to get into faster positions. For example, if you're getting shot from behind, you can jump around this corner, get faster behind it. You can just simply try and learn how to get a feeling of strafing, because letting go of W while jumping if it's the first time for you doing this, is it a weird feeling and it's not natural, as normally we just run with W, but as soon as we jump we let go and just hitting our strafing keys, and then we can start hitting B-hops and chain this. So how do we B-hop now? B-hopping is actually not super hard, as it's just hitting the right timing to a jump while scrolling down. The only real tips I can give, and I'll showcase this in a site in a second as well, a lot of people that I've heard scroll too fast actually. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear this, but I hear some people, they scroll super fast with their mouse wheel just to hit the fastest inputs, but your mouse probably doesn't even register if you scroll super fast. Generally speaking, I'm just having one scroll every time I hit the ground. For example, I hit every B-hop right now, and it's just one scroll every time we hit the ground. And then we implement the strafes. If we're gonna look over, if I'm just running in a straight line and hitting our jump button, we see my speed does not change. So strafing is really what gives us speed in the B-hop. And hitting the perf keeps our momentum, and combining this with strafing makes yourself faster and faster without any negative downside to this. Now that we know our strafing gives us speed and the perfect bunny hop keeps the speed, I want to go over some misconceptions that I've seen in my comments a lot. Sometimes people say, oh, you're not even strafing to get clips, or you're just bunny hopping without strafes. And yes, sometimes, for example, if you see in this clip, I simply bunny hop without strafing right now, and I keep my momentum even with the AVP in my hand, because we know our speed is capped at 300 and we can't get over this. So it doesn't matter if we get to that speed with the AVP in the hand, with bomb in hand, with deagle in hand, we're always gonna be hitting that 300 cap and then gonna put down again. Lastly, we're coming to this side that's just testing our scroll wheels, and by just simply going over in this box inside of it and pressing our scroll wheel up and down, whatever, we're gonna see that if we scroll, every input from me, for example, gets registered. But if I were to scroll too fast, like I showcased earlier, we have a lot of missing inputs here, and the same is in CS. Inside, when you scroll like this all the time, you're not hitting every input. You just want to scroll smooth, easy, and not too fast, as you don't want to skip. See this? I skipped already. You just want to press up and down in a motion that is not too fast and also not too slow. I'll have this in the description as well, and this is basically everything you need to know about B-hopping, and good luck to you guys.